All right, guys. I was working on the M42 Duster review when I saw the articles that went out today and saw that Warhammer tanks are back. Um, I don't know if this was announced on the Friday stream last week as I didn't watch it, but they're back, but they're back in a way that has me a little annoyed. So, I instead of finishing the M42 Duster review, that'll just be next video. Instead, I decided to quickly make a video here about this topic. So this one is a bit unscripted, so if I go off of random tangents, my apologies, but war chests, right? They got a big change this season. And I'm not against the changes, but I understand why some people may feel like they're bad. And I mean, objectively, they are kind of bad in terms of what we had before. The anti-dupe system kind of goes against what people were buying these chests for in the first place, and then even if you have all the tanks and now you get a duplicate, you get 50% of the gold back. The tank guaranteed system is just a way of dropping the 10% chance down to a 3.6, so that you more than likely spend more money to buy more chests type of situation. It's like an ebb and flow, give and take back here and there. But objectively, I do think it is worse for buying the chests to get gold from them. Now, if you're a new player and you want to get new tanks from them, this might look nice to you. But to that I say, like, the tank war chests were in the game, right? And those were bought with gold and don't give you gold back, they give you silver. And they had ways of getting guaranteed tanks through the same sort of systems. So I'm confused why, like, we changed the war chests to act like the tank chests, because now they both functionally serve the same purpose, and you just got rid of the reason why people bought war chests for gold in the first place, right? So that was the whole thing last week with the season launch and the new war chests. But one of the other bigger changes was that long haul was removed. However, there were still ways to earn your free Viper's war chests, which are the war chests out this season. They change every season. And last week, the way to get that was by getting 2,000 base XP every day for 5 days, and you'd get both of them. And the way that was structured was there was the op that said to earn 2,000 base XP, and you had to complete that op 3 times for your first chest, and that 2,000 base XP op was a once daily op. So you had to do it in 3 days. And then once you unlocked the first one, it continued, and then you only had to do 2 more. So it was 5 days total to get 2 war chests. Now, they said these challenges would be different every week, but ultimately I didn't hate this challenge because it meant less time necessarily played, but you did have to span it over multiple days. For me, I only play 4 days a week, so I did have to play an extra day, but it wasn't that bad. And I actually pulled some good gold out of them too, whereas like normal long haul, I would have gotten 150 gold out of a private war chest most of the time. These 2 chests, I actually got 500 and 425, so I made 925 gold doing that. So I kind of, personally to me, it was rewarding. For way less effort too, because you didn't have to do 150 games where you're top 7, which isn't that difficult, but it is time consuming. This week, however, to earn your free war chests is in this event. So now we're finally going to get to what's on screen. The Elite 8s event with a sale going on. It is Wargaming's anniversary. So there is a free tank out if you log in, the A7 E3. There's sales going on. There's tanks for silver. They're doing that again. I'll have a post in the community tab going over all this, but right now this video is supposed to be about the war chest, so I'm going to stick to that because this Elite 8s event is the only way to get your war chests this week. As you can see here, you do get season points for playing in this event, as well as silver, premium time, and other stuff, but your Viper's war chests are here at stage 5 and stage 7 for the event mode. So last week, you had to get 2,000 base XP over the course of 5 days. This time, you have to play a different mode. I'm not sure how I feel about this. There is no other op. I already checked, seeing if there was still 2 war chests to earn in random battles. No, this is the way to get your 2 war chests this week through the event mode. I don't know how I feel about that. The event mode should be extra on top of the 2 guaranteed, in my opinion, which is what they were before. You still had long haul last time this was out, and they still gave war chests for doing this. Now they're like, okay, we changed these systems, we got rid of long haul, there are different challenges every week, and for some reason they chose this week the challenge is not playing random battles. Play this mode for how long? 85 points and 150 points. How do you get points? Well, placing as your top XP earner on your team gets you 6 points, second place gets you 5, third place gets you 4, fifth place or fourth place gives you 3, fifth place gives you 2, and sixth place gives you 1. Placing last in a 7v7 mode gets you 0. So that's a lot of games. Say you average third or fourth place, right? 4 to 3 points. That is roughly, 40 to 50 battles. I don't want to play 40 or 50 battles of this event mode to get my 2 war chests. And the season points you're getting too, they're so sparse, and you're not getting a full level until you get to stage 5. So right now I'm kind of missing my long haul. I'd rather play 75 games for 1 war chest in random battles than have to play 40 to 50 on average in the event mode. Of course, you can make that much quicker, up to 30 games if you're placing second place every time, but that's still like 20 to 30 games in the random event mode that I don't want to play in the first place. But if I want my 2 free war chests this week, I have to. Am I going to? Honestly, I don't know, but to me, I find this a bit annoying. But it kind of gets worse. As I said, Warhammer 40k is back. When they showed off that the marks for these tanks were changing, it was kind of an obvious, idea that they might be returning this season for purchase. But as you can see right here, it says new Warhammer 40k war chests. Yes, they are selling war chests for licenses now. And this is where I think war chests are getting out of hand, because if we scroll down to them, they look kind of cool, but if we scroll down to their drop tables, 40.40% chance for a standard 2D commander, 13% for a 3D hero commander, 30% roughly for an emblem, 11% for an inscription, 4.4 for free XP, 0.01% for gold. Now this gold, I'll show you in a moment, is a set value of 40,000. So it's like, remember the Christmas war chests where in the Mystics you could very rarely get 100,000 gold? It's kind of the same thing. 44.8% silver, and a 1.39% chance for a premium tank and vehicle slot to drop. A 1.39% chance. Okay. So how expensive are these? Well, they're $3 for one. Your regular war chests are $2 for one, and they give you guaranteed 50 gold and have a high chance to give you other gold values, right? This has a high chance for silver, a super rare low chance for gold, and a decreased drop rate at premium tanks. And again, the regular war chests, they're a 3.6%. Here, it's 1.39%. And then in those regular war chests, you have the anti-dupe and guaranteed tank drop systems. On here, you only have the anti-dupe mechanic. Nowhere does it say there's a guarantee. And right now, it's actually bugged. If you buy one, it will say you're guaranteed in 5,000 war chests. That's not intended to say that. It's not intended to even have a guarantee in the first place. So if you buy one and see that, don't think, holy shit, Wargaming, you're trying to make me spend $12,000 to get a guaranteed. That's not the intention. That wording is there by accident because apparently now the tank system, the tank guaranteed system is just inherently in the game. And instead of removing it on these war chests, it looks like they just increased the guaranteed system to 5,000 so that nobody gets the guarantee, because who's going to spend $12,000, right? That's what it looks like to me. This is kind of crazy because these chests are more expensive, only guarantee you 40 gold, which is 10 less than the others, has a super low chance for gold, and a super low chance with no guaranteed for a tank. So why would you buy these? Hopefully they sell them separately, right? Well, they're selling the mega bundle, which is always going to happen, and it's 78,140 gold, so over $300 worth of gold. And now that you don't have the war chests that we had in the past, you can't just buy $150 worth of war chests and hope to get $300 worth of gold out of them like you normally would. Instead, this is now $300 worth of straight up gold purchases, over 300. So that's the mega bundle. So what's in these DLC bundles? Oh, there's only 2 of them. Oh, and they don't have any of the tanks separately. So right now, the only way to get premium tanks from this event are through the mega bundle, and you get all of them for over 300 gold, or gambling to see if you get lucky with a 1.39% drop rate with no guaranteed tank system. But hey, at least they're anti-dupe. So if you have the Thiefbreaker from the event last time, and you get lucky with the 1.39% chance to drop a tank, you won't get one that you already own. So at least there's that, right? But there's no guaranteed system. They're not selling them individually. They're only selling them in a mega bundle. And these war chests are more expensive with less gold and a lower premium tank drop chance. I don't like this for multiple reasons. Now, I normally don't even participate in spending money on this game in the first place, but I would still like to advocate for, my fellow consumers. I think this is pretty insane. I think this is pretty predatory. I think this is overstepping. I think this is unnecessary. I think this is just out of control, out of hand, too much. I initially thought to myself, the only way that I would be upset about war chests is if they put new premium tanks within these war chests. These aren't new premium tanks, right? These aren't new premium tanks. They're also available in a mega bundle, so they're not locked behind these war chests. But that mega bundle is over $300. And where these tanks were previously sold separately in the past 2 times that this event has rolled around, they have now somehow decided, don't sell them separately, sell them only in an expensive mega bundle or in a gambling loot box for players who weren't there in the first 2 instances. And not just the players who weren't here the first 2 times, but even for those who were here the first 2 times. If you started your collection, if you got that free Thiefbreaker Ignis Purgatio, and you bought one other tank that was sold separately, to finish your collection now, you have to either spend $300 or more to get the gold to buy the mega bundle, which includes tanks you already own, or in order to get the anti-dupe protections, you have to go and gamble with a 1.36% tank drop chance. So really, it's kind of bad for everybody. Now, again, these aren't new tanks, and so my whole rule myself that they can't lock new tanks behind war chests only isn't broken here. But I still feel the need to express how bad this looks and feels, how disgusting it kind of feels. I'm not going to participate in this. I don't spend money on the game generally anyway. I don't buy war chests either. However, I don't think you should buy these either. If you normally buy war chests, please read what's on this article, read what's here before you make your decision to buy them, because I don't think this is worth it. Again, these are more expensive, give guaranteed less gold, does not have a high chance to get extra gold, has a high chance instead to give you silver, has a very low chance to give you a tank in the first place, and has no guaranteed drop system. I really don't know how they looked at this and went, yeah, this is what our players want. This is what our paying customers will accept. And there's two ways to solve this sort of bad look too. The first one is just making them directly purchasable for people who have like one or two of the tanks, only want one other one, and then instead of buying the mega bundle, they guarantee they get that one, or gambling, you just make them directly purchasable. Because again, they were directly purchasable in the last 2 times that this event was around in the first place. Or the other solution is you simply put a tank guaranteed drop chance on these war chests. Or better yet, you do both. I would have liked to have seen both. I don't know why they feel the need to change these war chests this way in the first place, but I mean, if they're doing it, it must mean that it's working, right? And so the only thing I can think of is to beg anybody listening who might be the paying customer that they're trying to exploit to maybe protect your wallet a little bit more and say enough is enough. This is kind of disgusting. I am not a fan of these Warhammer 40k chests. But again, I don't have to be, because I'm not the intended audience in the first place, because I normally don't spend money on things like this anyway. So for those, again, who are the intended audience, just look at what they're doing to you. Just take a look at it. If you normally spent money on war chests, if you normally participated in events like this with your wallet, just remember what it was like the previous 2 times that Warhammer was around. It was not like this, and it shouldn't be like this. Anyway, that's going to do it for this unscripted video. Apologies if it was rambly, apologies if it was not my usual quality, but I felt the need to put this out there because obviously I felt some certain type of way about this. If you think war chests are getting out of hand like I do, let's talk about it down below. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.